Hello, my fellow friends. Today I just wanted to take a few minutes of your time and wish you a happy new year. And since what I am doing is connected with the spiritual growth, I wanted to share with you a few thoughts about the date, the 2020, that we are going to celebrate in a day. Just wanted to let you know that actually this year that we are celebrating, starting our era from the birth of Jesus Christ, and it happened 2020 years ago. Exact date we decided to celebrate on Christmas Day, December 25th, but it's also really hard to identify. So a lot of people tried to read the Bible and pinpoint that, okay, this has actually happened on that day, we think, because of the stars or the sun or the moon. I don't know exactly how they figure out the date, but there are so many other people who believe that Jesus Christ was born in September. Some people believe it was in the spring. It's unknown to this day, but traditionally it's December 25th. So following that, we are celebrating the New Year's Day, and it's also very vague what year is it, because many years ago there was a different number that we were celebrating, and I actually got a few dates here. I'm gonna read it to you just to let you know how much we are off in our belief if this is the year. So Constantinople era, they started to count our era, our years, from the Adam, and the base for that was the people sit down, read the Bible, and they said that each day that God created the universe considered to be 1,000 our days, so our years, and it took him about five and a half days to finish create the universe. So they decided, okay, so it will be the date 5,508, and then this was sort of the first date that church came up with, and then it started to change every time because of the disagreement between people. Then first they were celebrating that in September, and then it was March, and it was 5,509, and then it was 5,508, and no one was getting to conclusion that, okay, how exactly we're supposed to know where we are in the timeline. And what happened there, that the Roman empires, every time they would get a new person in charge, that person would start changing the timeline according to, okay, from this day forward I'm in charge, so let's count our existence from this date. And then the new person would come in, then again the new person would say, no, let's just start with me, because I'm important and I will tell you what to do, technically. And there are so many different people who affected the timeline and how we would consider what date it is. For example, Emperor Constantine, he was not a good man or a good Christian according to church, so they decided to change time because he cannot be influencing the date, and they switch it almost to a year prior. They went a year prior to that person being in charge. So it's very confusing and very vague, as I said, and there were so many different dates. As they said, from the Anno Mundi, which is the creation of the universe, they end up having 3,952nd year. So they're way off from each other. That's what I want to tell you. And again, so today dates, it was Dionysi, I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, who put some corrections to it, and he said that, okay, from now on we're going to go from the Jesus' birth, and it will be, and that's how they started, and we are counting that from his counting, and we got to 2020. So as you see, we have if you look at the history, in Israel, Jewish people, they celebrate 5,779th year today, and in India, people celebrate a new year pretty much 4 times a year. So it's really difficult to know what year it is in India. And then again, era of Alexander, it's 5,493rd, and then the old Byzantine would celebrate 5,504. So it's really broad sort of aspect from 5,000 to 2,000, and no one knows exactly from what moment we need to start counting our existence, our civilization, our progress. And again, I'm not even talking about the different civilizations that left a mark of their existence on our planet, but because we know so little about them, we cannot add them to our time on this planet. And for that reason, we left sort of hanging in that timeline, grabbing on and holding on to 2020, which could be way off from where originally our civilization started. But because it's our tradition, and we don't know any other number, we get together and we celebrate. So same with other people, I am celebrating the New Year Day, and I actually really like this holiday. It's one of my favorites, and I like the time that we get together and start a new spin. So I wanted to celebrate this today with a different meaning. So my greetings will be different this year. So I want to tell you all that our planet Gaia will start tomorrow a new spin around her older brother Ra, or son, and we'll have another spin of lessons and good things and better things, and we will all progress in the next year, in the coming year. And I wish you all the best, and I wish you would have a good teachers, good friends, good family members that will share their experience with you, the experience that you can grow from. And I wish you would find your truth. All the best to you, my friends, and we'll see you next year. Namaste.